This will be either the last or the second last video that on this, well, with this title at least, because I'm going to move on, change it to basically making the optimizer. But I got it working. There is this error that I might work on right now, actually, and it's just, I think it's an error where it's not loaded yet, basically. Because if I click it again, it should work. Let me actually save these just in case. Yeah, so it's working. And so let me go over that really quick. So the last time I was streaming, I think I had integer or number here. So it was returning a number, a string, but it was expecting uh, a number to be returned. So it like converted to a number. Even after I fixed that, it still was returning like a single character, and it was not what I was looking for. And to fix that, I did some stuff where probably unnecessary, because I still have a warning in the console, or in the output when I try to build, but I'll get back to that. Um, and it's the same warning I had with like without doing all of this. So I think I could definitely simplify this, for sure. And well, yeah, it's working for now because this that's being logged here is the output, and the only place it's logging is right here. There was another thing I read that something about like what gets returned is a pointer, and then you'd have to use this to get the string value from it. But I think CWrap, I believe, takes care of that for you. So that did make me think though that it's okay to do what I'm doing, and I can ignore that warning, I think, because I think these, well, I pretty much know they share memory, so um, yeah, we have to access basically the memory that is, or the string that's using the memory from the C program. We have to access that from here. So I don't know exactly the details, but yeah. What else did I look at? Oh, so the thing I want to look at actually really quick, if I can fix it, is here. So self on messages solve LP. Yeah. So I guess really quick here, I could just do if solve LP, then run it. And otherwise, let me see, standard output, what is this? Else, for now, I'll just log like solver not good or something. Okay, so let's see if that gets rid of this error I was having. So it's still giving me the error. Interesting. Oh, I didn't push it. I didn't publish that. So, all right, let's try that again. So I was getting two errors. One of them was, I think they were showing earlier. Basically, solver could not read solver. The other one was this. I think they're both related, or it just wasn't loaded yet. No, it's not it. Or did this work right? Maybe. Let me try it again. What happens when I do it right away? Yeah, it doesn't work. That's weird. So if you load it right away, it says cannot read properties of undefined E. That could actually be, I'm not sure. But if you load it and wait, Works fine. So there's something going on there. I need to wait for it to be loaded. And I don't know what that is yet, but I will come back to that later. The next thing I want to go over is so those error messages I have. Well, one quick thing. Last time I said I wasn't sure if auto was available in C++11, which is what I'm restricted to right now. Actually, I think I could do 17, so it probably wasn't an issue anyways, but yeah, auto. Um, it introduces auto, so we're good there. We were good there. I didn't end up using it. And then this dangling pointer, I was talking about that last time. So this is a very good example, or this is a good explanation, in my opinion. So here's an example, basically, of what I was trying to do. And it says this part returns a temporary standard string, which will be destroyed before the next statement. But then you call that cstring which against a temporary variable and save its return value to be used in that. So by the time C format is used in the above expression, the memory points it points to has already been released when the temporary string was destroyed, hence the warning. Yeah, so I think that kind of explains it. Makes sense. So that's a good explanation of what that warning was. It's basically that I'm doing the exact same thing here. I was doing the exact same thing as they were doing here. A couple other things to talk about that. Is this the same one? Oh, there's a different issue. So I had this issue too, and I might have to deal with this. Um, I think it was this, I don't remember if it was this warning or if it was this one, because they're very similar. Hmm. But basically I'm returning something that the variable, whatever is declared on the stack, and it will be automatically released when the current block goes out of scope, the end of the function. And C, that means when you return matches, memory reserved for matches will be freed. And your pointer will point to something that you don't want it to, that you don't want to. You can solve this in many ways. Some of them are declare matches as static, um, allocate space for matches in static space and not on the stack. I'm pretty sure I don't want that. So if you use it appropriately, yeah, I don't think I want to use it. I think that could cause some issues, especially given this right here. Allocate space in the caller function, and pass it to my completion function. So this is something I might have to actually do to actually get rid of the warning and have it still work. But let's come back to that later. Maybe not even today. My professor let me copy. You're trying to return, so what was the warning here? This is the same error as before. You're trying to return a local reference that cannot be accessed outside of its declaration scope. Um, you need to allocate memory on the heap using the new keyword and not on the stack. So again, I need to look into that. I think I need to allocate memory somewhere. Maybe. I'm not sure. So look into that again. I think this is the same thing. Is this helpful? Lifetime of the array ends immediately when the function call is complete. After that, are invalidated and cannot be used. Your compiler uses stack memory to store local variables, and the warning indicates that you're returning an address. So I believe there's so WASM is stack based. That doesn't mean memory. WASM is stack based, but I think that's not related to the memory. WASM heap basics of memory access. Um, hmm. I don't want to read through this right now because there's a lot of stuff I want to get to. Now we could use this WebAssembly module from JavaScript. Yeah, I'll look back into this later. Again, I don't want to get into that right this second. But it's the same. You're on the right track. All you need to do is change the allocation of from the automatic to dynamic heap. Okay. And then what was the other one? Address. Might have to do malloc reallocation. So this is the actual warning I'm getting. What's this? Oh, there's nothing here. Returning a reference. I don't think that return signal create nameless temporary variable and immediately go out of scope. Return by value. You could create it on the heap using new, right? Okay. So, okay. We'll look back into this and probably this article as well might help us. But right now I'm not going to do that. I don't want to get back to looking at that error, but so another thing I was looking at is I mean, I'm probably gonna end up using this library, but I looked in another video that there is another alternative that seems to be popular, and the difference between these two is I think this one might have more features, maybe, I'm not sure. This one I think might be a little bit easier to customize. So if you need to add features, I think it's easier. And I think this one has some features that this one doesn't, etc. So I'm not sure what's better, but one thing to think about, I think it's important, is if I want to like use one or the other for a long-term basis and not just a demo project or something, this might be the way to go because this whoever's working on this, I think there's multiple contributors, but this is the main contributor, I believe. They're putting in more recent work on it. So the last contribution to this was this long ago. So and if you look on the his commit history, it's been a while. So I don't know if this will be updated anytime soon, or maybe this person's done working on it. I don't know. So that's something to think about. But one other thing to think about and is and I am gonna go with this, by the way, at least for this project for now. But another thing to think about is this uses CBC and all that pulp that I've been setting up. This one here uses um, Google optimization tools. What is the requirements? Uses OR tools right here. And so I did a little bit of looking into that. By the way, at the bottom of this guy mentions that he was inspired by this one. So I just briefly looked at that, but it hasn't been updated in a while, so it's probably not something to even work with, maybe. Um, actually, I wanted to see one thing. What is he using? If anything, optimize webpack. Maybe he's just doing the optimization. Oh no, he uses Google's OR tools as well. So if we look at OR tools, again, we looked at this before. I would pretty much have the same issue with this as CBC. It's written in C++ and there's just wrappers around or wrappers for different languages. So as they say there, this is the official site. And what's nice about this, and it's something I might use to just figure out how this optimization works, some of the terminology and stuff like that. It's probably something that I should have been looking at before I did take a look at it, but I didn't really read into it. So I might get some good ideas of what's going on there to help me. But um, so this, so that's something to think about. I'd have to go through the same process, but I did look, and there is someone um, who already ported it over, and we wrote an article. And I'm gonna get back to that. I believe it's the same guy, and I'll get back to that. And he also did some, there was some, I think, some pull requests. There's some issues and discussions about it. So I'm gonna actually save all these. And he did like a experimental proof of concept version here, which I was already looking at. And yeah, but if you read through this, basically there was some hacks he had to do, which kind of I had to do as well a little bit, but I don't know. I'm not sure I want to go through that process again, especially since um I kept reading and maybe I will, I don't know. But I kept reading and basically he has already put in a pull request, I think. Yeah, a pull request. Is there only 11 pull requests? Yeah. So he's put in a pull request. It's been open since 2021. Someone asked what's blocking this right now. And this guy who I think is a one of the major guys on this project, but maybe not. But I've seen him comment a lot. And it says, I guess he does work at Google. Basically, I don't know when it's gonna get introduced, but if I ever did want to do it, I could look at his article, I could look at his code, I could look at this pull request and try to take less time to figure it out myself, and maybe even it would have been, I'm sure I could have figured it out at some point, but it would have been pretty tough. So it seems like he went through the same process as me, like just trying to get things to work. But I think he had more issues that came up, and it was, I think, a little bit harder to do. But um, I don't know. But anyways, I think for now, since I don't know, I have no experience using this, and I've already gotten the other one working, and I'm kind of just like, I don't know. I'd rather just stick with what I have, and possibly later on move over to this. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll keep an eye on that and see how it goes. And I think the thing that I most care about is just getting a project out there that I worked on. But it would be cool if it was useful to people. One use that is if people play DFS and they're like, if they use some tools that are already out there and those tools like they're paying for them or whatever, and those tools run on the server, and then the server goes down or it gets too many users at once or whatever, I think it'd be nice to have like a little thing that would allow you to generate some lineups that would, maybe not be completely, I mean, they wouldn't probably be good because they'd be kind of random and based on whatever, but it would be a tool that would work and generate something. So, I don't know. Anyways, but I want to read this article right now. Did I bookmark all these? I bookmark that, 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 and that. And I can close that, leave that open for a minute, close that, leave that open. And what else? Okay. All right. I'm actually going to read this really quick. Sudoku solving serverless endpoint using WebAssembly and OR tools. In this article, I'll go through the process of doing this. Okay, I already read that a little bit. First, a background. Using WebAssembly can have different motivations. Speed is obviously one. consistent speed across environments and others, since WebAssembly may not always be faster. And access to tools, applications, libraries, and functionality that else would be hard to use is another important motivation. For me personally, this is like the biggest one, and it's, I'm using this tool that wasn't meant to be used in client side in the browser. And hopefully if I get it working, it will. So that's awesome. And there's like nothing, I didn't find a good alternative in another language, so that's pretty cool. And even if I did, maybe I could use, and it wasn't JavaScript, maybe I can make it work. If I found a good one for JavaScript and it was fast, then I'd probably just use that. But you know, anyways, but access to, we already read that. Also, WebAssembly has different use cases on browser, on serverless, serving and gateways. Here I focus on access to otherwise hard to implement functionality in combination with serverless. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, whatever. I don't care about that. I became aware of Google or tools while researching technology for dealing with patch management. Or tools is an extensive library for handling problems that falls within the discipline called operations research. It's one that deals with applications of advanced analytical methods to help make better decisions. Operations research arrives at optimal or near optimal solutions to complex decision-making problems. Typical OR problems in scheduling, routing, workflows, critical paths, problems with a lot of variables, hard and soft constraints, and potentially a range of, yeah. Hold on, let me just scan through this. OR tools support several of these. I was looking into something I could use on the web since I was also looking into WebAssembly at the time. I thought I could see if it was possible to compile into WASM. Being a novice of WebAssembly, having only rudimentary knowledge sounds kind of like me. Although this guy is a team lead at some company, so he's probably a little bit better or has more knowledge than me for sure. But uh, yeah, it sounds like the experience I've had, but it's been fun. The usual way to compile, as I was gathered, would be Emscripten and its make commands. Yep, that's what I'm using. The make process for has two steps, building the third-party dependencies first. Okay, and the main. Okay. Right, okay. The breakthrough is after reading this article about cross-compiling. Nice. I'll save that. With the setup for using or has experimental C or tools has experimental CMake support, so I can adapt the CMake setup from the article for my own purpose. Okay, okay. Interesting. Changes I did is kind of quick and dirty, so for now building, yeah, both little changes, it should be totally possible. And his repository, I probably wouldn't use. Maybe. I mean, it hasn't been updated for a while. I'd probably wait till his pull request gets merged in, if it does anytime soon, and then work off that. So that'd be better. Because then I could pull the new code and stuff. But anyways, but maybe you don't always need the new code, and maybe the old stuff would be fine. So okay. Okay, this might be very useful. I'm actually gonna save that, just maybe. Oh wow. Um, settings. Okay. I don't care about this. Cool. I'll definitely probably read that more carefully later as needed. A simple triangle part 6. Set up. This is pretty cool. Oh, this is cool. So there's a lot. I'm not gonna read this right now. I bookmarked that though, right? Yeah. Porting examples and demos. Let's bookmark that as well. Oh, I threw this all in the bookmarks bar. Whatever. Did I get to all these? I think so. Okay, close that. Close this. Close that. Draft fast. Okay. Yeah, I'll leave that open. So let me try to cause that error again. So it's like it only happens. Huh. It happens like on an initial load, right? And that's fine. Here's a weird thing is, oh, it did say solver not loaded. Nice. I was like, why is that not working? Okay. So cannot read properties of undefined stack save. I actually Googled that earlier. Yeah, not type error. Cannot read properties of undefined reading E. Worker 3321. So it's happening in here, actually. So this might be related, actually. This might be related to... I looked, this is not asynchronous. So there's nothing going on there. What else could be causing the issue? This runs, calls that, sets that variable. Hmm. Yeah, this might be related to the issue of that warning, basically this. I don't know. What I would like to do is get rid of that warning and have this still work. Let me try it again. I can make it happen by refreshing, emptying the cache, and then just clicking a lot. So it's like right when it loads. One thing I could definitely do is just like set a timeout. Um, and then when that timeout is done, it would I could do like and solver ready or something. And then like what would be causing that issue though? So it clicks return. I could define this. I wonder if I define this inside of here, what happens? And then get rid of this. I'll keep that. as a note, but still get the same error. Oh, I didn't publish. Gotta remember to do that. Okay, pretty soon I'll have to deal with that. Yeah, it still has the same error. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Let me try this as like a hack, I guess. Maybe it's the right thing to do. Let's see. So where would I wait? Um, so it gets it back and then like, I don't know, set timeout, calls a function, and that just says solver ready equals true. True. And it happens after, let's say, 2 seconds. Something like that. And then we'll say let solver ready equals false. See if that does anything. I think that might. Did I get any error messages? Got no error messages. It's kind of hacky, but it does work, kind of. Let's try like this time, like 200 milliseconds. It takes a while, doesn't it? Oh, again, I didn't publish. Okay. It's like that seems a lot longer than 200 milliseconds. All right. Okay. No error messages. That's actually might be the way to go. No, I'm still getting it. Okay. What about if I do 500, half a second? That would not be bad. It's fine. Nah, still getting it. Wonder if we could always make it happen no matter how long we wait. Let's go, let's go full second. If it's happening here, then it's just whatever. What? Why'd that close? Alright, I don't know. I'll have to look into that. It doesn't work at all. Wonder what happens if you don't define solve LP. I mean, if you don't define this at all. Probably nothing, right? I mean, like, oh, wait, was I publishing that whole time? I wasn't, huh? Hold on, let me try something. Let's bring this back. I want to try a full second. Maybe I did, I don't remember. No issue there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I think it's not the way to go. All right, let's see. So if I go back to what I had, okay, and then I do this. Is this? Yeah. Let's just see. I'm just wondering what happens. There's no error. That's good. Okay. So it just doesn't do anything. It sends messages and there's no, doesn't react to them. Okay. That's good to know. So I think I don't even need this anymore. Or do I? Do I still need that? Let me see. Yeah, I still need that actually, right? Hey, load it. Um, yeah, so it's never gonna be, I'm never gonna get that other error message, because now it's waiting. It doesn't even do anything with the messages until this is loaded, so that's good. At least we got that. Um, doesn't help. Error. Yeah, so I know what I'm talking about. Okay. I guess I'll say error happens when you reset cache, refresh, and try to run right away. Does it ever happen if I wait? I don't think it does. Something going on there. Wait, I don't. It does actually. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, all right. So I gotta fix that issue. Um, yeah, I think is that all I'm gonna do this time? I will look at this. I'm gonna stop in about 15, 20 minutes, I think. But I'm gonna look at this again. Um, Potentially fix that error, or at least do some reading. Yeah, I'm gonna read this. Where is it? This on stream. And maybe there's a good article and good information on Emscripten site itself. All right, let's read this really quick. So what's the bug? I should write that bug down. Oh, I did write it down. Full stack trace. I think I already saved this, but I'll save it. Okay. Hmm. Close these actually. Leave that open. Stack save. I don't think I'm going to look through this right now. I think I'm just going to read this article. If I find something that makes sense and is good, I'll try to implement it really quick. If not, then I'll work on it off stream and then share it next stream. And then, like I said, I think this will be the last video of this title. I'll switch over to Probably should have switched over a while ago, but I kind of got everything working in a basic way that I need to work. Now I'm gonna actually build the thing, which is gonna take some more work, similar to what I've been doing. But then once that's finished, it'll be some other stuff too. A plan too is to like use pandas, uh, pandas, HTML. Oh, I want to see something too. CSV. Is there a pandas to? Oh yeah, I could just use like to JSON. And the JSON would be the data for like an HTML table. Hold on, pandas to HTML. Pandas to or HTML. Oh, that does have two HTML. This function can be useful for, what does it say? It's pretty cool. I think I want to use pandas as well, because it already comes with Pyodide, right? Pretty sure. Yeah. Oh, it's already there. Can just use it. I don't know if that'll be the best efficient way to do it. My table might be editable, and there might be a better way to do it than just using pandas. I'll have to think about that a little bit more. That's pretty cool. You can render it as an HTML table. I don't need to bookmark that actually. All right. I bookmark a lot of stuff I don't need to really. But it sometimes comes in handy because I'm like, what was that thing? And then if you search for it, a lot of times it'll appear from your bookmarks and then help. Let's see, convert pandas to JSON data frame to JSON. Yeah, I already know you could do that. CSV. Okay, something to think about in a little bit, though, not right now. I'm just gonna read this and probably, if I don't find anything that helps, end the stream. If I do, check it out, see if it works, and then end. Because I'm gonna end probably about 15, 20 minutes at most, regardless. WebAssembly is getting more popular than ever. The use of WebAssembly outside the confinement of a web browser also starts to gain traction. See, this is something I'm not doing. I am using all the glue code because I didn't want to deal with it myself, but maybe that's something I need to get more into. I think what he's talking about is you can load it asynchronously through like Stream or something. I forgot what it's called. Awesome streaming compile. So instantiate streaming. He is using Oh, never mind. Never mind, never mind, never mind. CNG streaming returns a promise. So he's not using that. He's using this. Whatever. This I've already actually gotten into. Pruning everything that is not used. I might look into that. I'm using O3. Oh, wait, look into this. I did see it before. What's this? Hmm, really? Oh, wow. I'm not gonna do that here, but interesting. This is something I might have to look into too. EM bind, I was reading about that. It constructs a linear contiguous array of bytes which can be accessed from both worlds. And a simple illustration, assuming we have an array of bytes and want to have it reversed. Memory equals new WebAssembly memory initial maximum. Bonds heap equals that. Initially it's filled with okay. This is all in JavaScript, right? Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Following C++ function accepts a number. Okay. Tactop pop. I'm not sure if this will 100% help me. Let me go back to these. Created on the heap using new. So what I think I want to do is I need to look back more into how things are, yeah, memories managed, but I think I want to store it on some sort of shared memory and then, yeah, destroy it at the end after it's processed within the JavaScript. I think that's the plan. I'm not sure. I'll have to look more into it. What's this EM bind? This might help as well. I think what this will actually help do as well is I could use standard string instead of the C strings. Alright, well, the good news is, I mean, it does work. So the next step, and it's a lot, is going to be, well, after I fix the error and clean this up, I can remove this. I already looked that up. Anything like this, I can just remove since I know what that is or why it's happening. Oh, I don't want to build it right now, but that's another thing I want to try. I want to see if I could use this function and have it still work, just how I had it set up before. Okay, well, I have a plan, and yeah, like I said, the next video should have a different title, more focused on what I'm basically doing, which is creating the optimizer. So, and this is all part of the process. And I'll probably fix some of this stuff outside of that. Just, yeah. All right, well, I think I'm gonna stop there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.